Will Benidorm bars, restaurants, and cafeterias increase their prices for food and drinks in 2026, and why it is not as easy as many people seem to think? What is happening with Benidorm's giant celebration of Benidorm Fest, the Eurovision pre-selection contest this year, where Spain is officially not participating any longer? Fun things to do in Benidorm town in December and beginning of January, and the weather forecast. Stay tuned. Let's begin Benidorm News Update. First of all, let's talk about tourism update real quick. As you all know, we are in festive weekend. Today it is Monday, but we've had a long weekend because on Saturday was a national holiday, which meant that everything was closed. People were celebrating, being with their family, going outside. Obviously, Benidorm and surrounding area of Costa Blanca is really, really touristic. Hence, a lot of people flooded to this particular area. There was a lot of movement, a lot of cars, a lot of queues to enter the city. And today is the last day, today, Monday. It's still a holiday here, so plenty of places will still be closed. But by this evening, we'll see a lot of movement on national roads, on highway speedways. We'll see a huge exit of people going back towards Madrid or north parts of Spain. We've had 100% capacity for this weekend, 100% occupancy. That is quite a lot, isn't it? And starting from now onwards, it's going to be slightly less busy, but still there's going to be quite a lot of people. Between 50 and 80% of occupancy we expect in Benidorm because it's festive time. It is Christmas month. It is a month of a lot of celebrations, and some of them include right now up until 6th or 7th of January, we have the Beni Nadal, which is Benidorm Christmas Fair with attractions, with ice skating rink, and a lot of concerts and performances and musicals, and the chocolate and pre-Christmas celebration, pre-New Year celebration, Three Kings Parade, and so much more. You have a full program, by the way, on the Visit Benidorm website. They have a full program in Spanish and in English, so you can download it and be ready if you're coming here on holidays. Apart from that, between 12th and 14th, for 3 days only, we'll have the incredible Christmas market at the village of Finistrat. Really recommended. We've posted last year the video. Check it out. This year we might be going there too, so don't miss it. And we have the 21st of December. We will be participating there probably. We have to check a few more dates if we're available on that day. And if we are, we're definitely going to be participating. This is San Silvestre Run in Benidorm. It is 6K, 6 kilometers, and it is an incredible and fun run. There's obviously people who are running for motivation, who are running for records and medals, etc. But mostly it's like a popular run where you have a lot of fun because there's even costumes. People are dressed up in Christmas costumes, festive costumes, whatever they feel like, basically. And it's an international run too. There's plenty tourists and just visitors and locals who do that of different nationalities, and it's just really, really fun. So it's going to be on 21st of December. Apart from that, on 18th of January, we have Cyclocross back. Cyclocross is an event that brings a lot of people to Benidorm. Everything's packed up. Hotels are fully booked. There's so many people around, and it's dozens of thousands of people there are here in Benidorm. So it's going to be towards the second half of January. 18th is the main event, but obviously slightly before and slightly after, there's a lot of other different competitions. So people will be here starting from second week of January, probably, maybe even from the beginning of January. And then we also have the Chess Festival, which is celebrated in the Grand Hotel Bali in Benidorm, and it's celebrated right now. It was celebrated, so quite a lot of things. A lot of things to do. There's tours, there's excursions, there's tapas tours, there's a lot of other things that you might visit: villages, nearby markets, viewpoints, natural parks, surrounding beach areas. There's bigger cities like Alicante at night, especially with Christmas decorations and New Year, like all the festive decorations. It is incredible because each night, each evening, you can visit a different place and enjoy some incredible atmosphere, festive, pre-Christmas atmosphere. Let's continue with main news. One of them being prices in Benidorm bars and restaurants. A lot of people say that each and every single year, places here in Benidorm higher up their prices, and honestly, we do feel like we can still find very, very good prices in Benidorm town. You can still find €1, €1 something coffee. You can still find a pint or like beer offers, wine offers. You can still find cheap food, even for tapas or typical Spanish food. And you can still find a lot of things available for you without actually spending a huge load of money, leaving it available for the rest of fun stuff that you can do while you travel here on holidays. So it is true that every now and then, obviously, businesses, and the most natural way is to start from 1st of January to adjust prices a little bit, at least for the inflation. Here in Spain, the inflation is 3% right now, slightly more than 3%, which technically is not a controlled inflation any longer. Everything that's around 2% is like a healthy and controlled one, but everything right over it is not so much anymore. So the most logical thing is that if everything rises in price, prices for the end product have to adjust too. And usually it's just a matter of cents. Sometimes it's maybe 10 cents, 5 cents, 20 cents. That is what the adjustment usually is. And while some places have a very, very easy way of adjusting, why? Because they have menus on the QR code. There's no like physical paper, or they have like menu where they manually like put prices and it's easy to put like a different stamp on it. But there's also places that have printed menus still, and these menus are quite expensive because they're all printed, they're all in color, they're all like labeled with prices, and changing all this entire menu set for the whole restaurant might be quite expensive. A lot of the times it is even more expensive than what they would gain from the food that they would be adjusting the prices for, or drinks. So a lot of the times it just doesn't make any sense, and they prefer to stay away of like 10, 20 cent rise maximum and just leave it as it is. But this is also the reason why so many places have menus on the QR codes now. It's not a physical menu, or they have like one maybe copy or two copies that they can easily adjust if they have to, because it's not expensive. You have just one or a couple of them, right? But the rest is online. Why? Because it is really easy to modify. You just type in another price and that is it, and it's adjusted for the inflation for next year. So that is a lot of the times what is happening, but there's not going to be a giant price rise. We're waiting to see what's going to be happening, but mostly we've seen pizza go up like 10, 20 cents in the last year, like sliced pizza on the main shopping alleys in Benidorm. We've seen bucket deals, alcohol that did went up in price. Bucket deals were even less than €10 previously, which was a bargain. Now they are between 12 and 16. So that is a huge price rise. But apart from that, like regular drinks and cocktails, they still have the same offers and everything is exactly the same. And we do not see a potential huge rise in terms of prices or for drinks and snacks and food in general. Might be a small adjustment in some places, but it's not like it's going to hit our pocket really, really hard. So far, so good. We still have to see what's going to be happening with the sunbeds in Benidorm, because the last few years it's been €6. Albir hired up the prices. They've increased the prices. Calpe has one of the most expensive sunbeds, which are like €10 for sunbed and €10 for an umbrella. That's bizarre. Benidorm is 6. So we'll see if they'll hire up there, if they'll increase the prices. Hopefully, it's not going to be the case. Fingers crossed. Let's continue with the last news, and it is about what is happening with the Benidorm Fest. As you all know, for the last from pandemics onwards, Benidorm's been celebrating a brand new festival, and actually, this was a pre-selection for the actual Eurovision contest. It was celebrated here in Benidorm town. It started during pandemics, and we went. We made history because we went to the first ever Benidorm Fest existing in Spain. First ever, and we filmed it for you guys. We did film it here on the channel. You can see Benidorm Fest. If you type in search, you'll actually see it, the full video from the first one ever in history. That was incredible. We were a part of it. And overall, We've been celebrating it for a few years, and it was made bigger and bigger each and every single year. More participants, more performance, the food trucks, the tapas fest, even like tapas contest, cocktail fest. There were so many things, and it just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and more important in Benidorm. And so many visitors came here. The hotels were packed. It's just a huge rise up for the economy of the area in general. So what happened this year is slightly different. As you might have heard, Spain is not going to be participating in the Eurovision contest in 2026. This is due to some political things, and you all know probably what it is all about. Spain and a few other countries declared they will not be participating this year if the other country will be. So far, that is how it is. And a lot of people started to question, well, what about Benidorm Fest? It's such a huge, important event for Benidorm. What's going to be happening? Like, will we be left without it? No concerts, no tapas contest. What is going on with our like pre-festival, right? And officially, it is still going to be put in place. It's going to be exactly the same, so there's no changes because the impact for the economy is so big that it only makes sense to maintain it. Not sure if this year it's going to be slightly different though. They might adjust some program because obviously the last day there was also like the uh during the days of Eurovision there was another contest, but it's not going to be here anymore. The pre-selection, yes. So might be some changes needed, but overall they're all going to be here. And the winner of the festival obviously is not going to go to the Eurovision unless something changes, but so far that's what it is. However, the winner will get 150,000 euros that will be have to use for something. It's not like free money that they give away, but it's for something. It's like to create their own album or to go on concert tour or some promotions, marketing, etc. It has to be used for something related with the contest. So it's not as bad, I think, and we'll still get our Benidorm Fest next year. And by the way, it's going to be in January month, so less than a month is left for the Benidorm Fest 2026. We'll see how different it will be this year with Spain staying home and not going for the Eurovision. And now let's talk about the weather. What is actually happening? Because the weather is really nice. We've witnessed some Arctic cold, we've witnessed some windstorms, and all of this throughout a few weeks of November and now December. Luckily to all of us, there is a warmer air mass that came to Spain, and the last few days were incredible. This is one of the best bank holiday, long holiday weekends that we've ever had in the month of December. Really sunny, blue skies, zero wind, really warm on midday. Right now it is morning time, so it's still not as hot, but by midday it's very nice, especially on the sunshine. The sun's shining, and it will be like this up until this whole week, and maybe, just maybe, by Sunday there might be some rain, but it's still a week to go, a whole entire week, so things might change by then, but we'll keep you updated. And in terms of temperatures, good news is that we'll have temperatures between 16 and 21 degrees, which is amazing for almost mid-December. Second week of December, basically, we are at right now. So having almost 20 degrees on sunshine, that is absolutely incredible. Where do we have to sign for have this weather all entire winter? And night times and early mornings, first thing in the morning, the temperatures are slightly less, that is true, around between 8 and 11 degrees, but that's also not bad. You can just put something on top, use a scarf or some jacket, and then by midday obviously you won't need it anymore. This is it for today's Benidorm news update. I wish you a lovely day. Stay tuned for more incredible videos from Benidorm town. And don't forget to subscribe to help us grow and reach more Benidorm fans. We'll see you in a brand new video this evening. Goodbye.